the most XP you can get from a map. I say still slow and Purge Evil, exactly. Purge Evil here. Let me show you a poof. So here's the weapon we're talking about that is Purge Evil. Enemies that die inside then explode doing damage. You can get this as a guaranteed drop from the Malthius incursion. Ooh, look who it is, look who it is. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, doing all right, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Let me turn you down a bit.
All right.
Alright, keep talking there for a sec.
Yeah. Test. Yo.
That seems pretty good. I'll let chat let me know if it's too loud. I've got super headphones, I guess. And by that I mean...
Super headphones.
Yeah, the ones that kind of like to break my ears.
Those sound uncomfortable, man.
They can be.
Oh, dude, I've got a pair of Razer Krakens that are like 10 pounds. So, maybe not the best pair of headphones either.
I'm actually using Razer Chromas. They look fun.
Yeah. Those are pretty sweet.
But yeah, my ears are also bleeding half the time.
Oh man, I had a pair of Siberia V2s for like 2 years, and they were so good. They were like really lightweight. The only bad thing about them was like this like poofy bit at the top, where like the thing that connects the two ears together was like I don't know. It sticks like 2 inches off your head. It's so weird looking, but they broke. I'm so sad.
Oh, that's rough.
I know. Rest in peace. I buried them in a drawer, and there's like flowers in there.
Very sorry. Thank you for the follow.
One day, my friends.
Assault up throne room, double
I'll
switch.
get you a new pair.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, how did you want to do this? Did you want to, like, did you have anything in mind before you were starting your stream?
Nah, we were just gonna talk Dungeon Defenders, and you were streaming, and I was like, well, to be fair, my internet's also kind of going up and down right now. So
I see. So you're using me.
I am using you, sir. Yes.
Pretending like, oh yeah, we're doing this for you, but actually. I get it.
You were streaming, you had a lot of people, and I was like, let's just keep it going.
Maybe I'll change the title to Unofficial Friday Fun Stream Trendy or something like that. I don't know.
It's whatever you want. I like trees or life. It's pretty hot.
They are life.
They're beautiful. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be giving away codes just like we did during Trendy Friday Fun on the TrendyEnt's channel. We're going to let you handle however you want to pick them. But yeah, I've got 5 codes to give away for the Dryad.
5 codes. Yo, that's awesome.
So however you want to do that. And then, yeah, we can just we can talk Dungeon Defenders. If anybody has any questions, I'm here to answer them. And, you know, we can just chat about the latest update.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have the chat open, I'm guessing, still? Oh, of course you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Abused by Trendy Friday.
All right,
yeah,
we should.
For this giveaway, definitely you're not following TrendyEnt, you're following SidewalkHero for this giveaway. So if you're just joining us and you haven't followed this beautiful man yet, go ahead and be sure to give him a follow. You've been kicking so much ass in streams lately. I really appreciate it. We all do it, Trendy.
Yo, that's
such a good job.
That's great to hear, man. I mean, the reason I started streaming was just to kind of try to pimp out the game and get more attention for it.
Dude, we appreciate that. Man, this update has been nuts, man. Like, we've obviously, like, if you look at the Steam numbers, this is like our best update since like May, and like our social, like our Facebook and Twitter and all those numbers, like this is like the most successful social campaign like we've ever had for the game, including when we went free to play and when we first announced the game. It's just been really nuts to see.
That's like, amazing. Can you give an idea of like just how much it's growing and still growing too? Like, it's not even been a week yet, and the numbers are going to keep going up. People playing on the weekends and whatnot.
Right now, I haven't looked at the daily active user numbers that we get internally. I'm looking at Steam charts right now, which is kind of a bit of a... There's a bit of an estimation process that Steam charts uses, but that's like 3,300 concurrent players right now. We're back in the top 100 played games on Steam. Like, hopefully it keeps going. You know, obviously we've got a lot of like bigger changes coming that'll keep people around for longer than the Terraria update. But like, yeah, it's been so cool to see so many people come back and like really enjoy the update, just have a lot of fun. And then of course we've got, you know, we're working on what we're calling phase 3, which is in-game plus loot changes plus inventory revamp and a few other things that I can't talk about just yet.
For sure.
We're planning on sharing like the nitty-gritty details of those in the coming weeks. Hopefully in the coming weeks. We've got our designs mostly finalized. We've been spending the past few weeks just like in massive, honestly way too long meetings, but they're worth it. It's just like, oh man, meetings are not my favorite personally, but there's been a lot of good conversation in meetings. And yeah, I think people are going to be very, very excited about the loot changes we have coming in. There are a number of like RNG issues that we're going to be addressing. And then yeah, we've got some skill sphere changes coming up, and like I said, in-game nightmare changes. And I don't know, the game's going to feel like complete from beginning to end game, hopefully, by the time phase 3 hits. So, I mean, that's the plan, because we're trying to get out of early access. So,
yeah, for sure.
It's really exciting. Just kind of nerve-wracking, you know, man. It's like so many changes coming in, and we're a pretty small studio. I don't know how many people know that, but like there are a lot of things that people have been asking us for, and it's like, I mean, we want to do it all. Hopefully, we'll get it all in before we like get out of early access. But if there's something that we don't do, like don't think that we're never going to do it since we released the game. Like it's a free-to-play game. Like free-to-play games are always like growing and adding stuff. So like if it doesn't get in before release, don't worry. Don't freak out. Trondo, why? It'll be.
Yeah. Just give it time,
guys. Yeah, man. So how do you feel about the update?
This one right here?
Yeah.
No, I've been having a ton of fun with it. I've been playing the map every day, you know, trying to get souls. The weapons are a lot of fun. Like, I think, you know, actually, it's funny. So we got this new hero, we've got the cool map and all these cool weapons and stuff, and there's so much content to do. And they're looking at the bug fixes. It says the frostbite towers got fixed. And in turn, I'm like, that is actually my favorite thing about the patch. It's like, yes, I can do my weird trap builds now with all the new traps in the game and stuff. So, no, I think there's a lot in the patch that a lot of different people are going to be excited for, and just a lot of content. You know, not only is it the Terraria crossover, which is amazing because a lot of people love both games, but just the bug fixes too, and like you guys keep putting so many out. I think that also helps a lot because. No, people are always saying, you know, why are we doing content? Why are you doing content instead of like fixing these things and stuff? And you're like, here you go. Here's we got our bug fix site in, and here's what we're doing with it. And you're just like wiping out all these bugs. And I think that's exciting for a lot of people as well, instead of just the content. But like,
yeah, dude, like that bug site helped us. Like at that, whenever we did the cutoff, so it was like a week before the update, but. That was when we cut off and was like, okay, here are all the bugs we're going to fix. And when we did that, we ended up fixing 25% of all user-submitted bugs from that moment. Obviously, there are more bugs reported now, but at that moment, we fixed 25% of all the bugs that people sent to us, which is just nuts. So not only did we do, like you said, all this content, like we fixed a major portion of bugs, which, you know, I really can't say enough about that bug site, man. Like I thought it was going to be good. I was kind of worried about it, but like, yeah, it's been just a godsend. It's so nice to just do like one click and see all the bugs that people like want us to fix, and let players like tell us like, oh, you know, that frostbite bug is so much more important than some other bug that's currently in there. And that was really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been working great. I love going on there and checking them out. I get my upvotes of things and try to I haven't commented on them yet. I've just been upvoting things, but like seeing it in action, it's such a good idea. You said you took it from Reddit. I think that was really smart. Like the idea.
Yeah, we actually we did some Reddit threads. That's like you said, that's where the inspiration came from. Like I was worried about that too. I did a Reddit thread because I was like, I really wish there was a way to just like see the priority, like people upvoting and being like which ones are most important. And those Reddit threads, we did 2 of them, I think, early this year, and those were really helpful. I was like, man, should have just like a site that's just like that. It'd be so helpful. And lo and behold, it was. There's still some bugs with the site we got to figure out, and still some visibility things that we can do better. But for the most part, it's a really good start.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm excited for it. And so this phase 3, I'm not going to ask like details on specifics that are in it, of course, but you know, early on when you were talking about the phases and like the campaign and going into this phase 2, you were saying like it was the end game phase, but it sounds like it's more, you know, core systems phase than anything else. You know, it's more so than just what was originally labeled. And you already went into that, but
yeah, I mean, gosh, we've been calling it end game internally. I think what you said was very astute. Like it's like foundational. It's like some really big foundational changes to the game that's coming in. Like I said, like some very big pain points that players have pointed out to us for like, you know, a year and a half. We finally figured out the designs we want to do and go forward with. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the scary part, man. You know, like doing so many core changes to your game is always kind of a little nerve-wracking. Everybody's like, what's gonna happen? You know, what are we gonna mess up? Like, what is this gonna touch? So we're giving ourselves a little bit of extra time on it. It's going to be a little bit longer than the normal 6-week update process. You'll probably be seeing it probably early next year is what our plan is right now. We're going to be talking about details and letting people know what's in it now, so people can kind of wrap their head around it and offer feedback on it. But yeah, like we're going to take a little bit of time. We're going to test it, just like we did with the Journey Begins update, which obviously I'm biased because I work at Trendy, but personally speaking, that's like my favorite update so far, because the early game was just not good. It was pretty bad before that update. So it was so good to sit down, take some time on an update, and just really like sit down and make sure that it's a good revamp and a good place where if we wanted to tweak the campaign in the future, it's not so I don't know what the right word there is. It's not so like urgent and vital of like, oh my god, nobody's gonna get through our now. It's, you know, the data that we've seen since the Journey Begins update is so positive and so uplifting. It's kind of like a sigh of relief on the team, like, oh my god, okay. Now we can just get in game to a good place, and then when we release the game, you know, we should be keeping people around for a while, because you know, the whole point of leading up to the exiting of early access is just getting the game in a great place, like a good enough, a great place to where, you know, people can just be satisfied with the game, and then we can just add on top of that. Because right now, you know, obviously this Terraria update's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun making it. But, you know, after a few weeks, we're probably going to see people being like, well, okay, you know, the same old issues are coming up again. So it's like, it'll be so great to get the game to that point where we put it out there and people are just satisfied, and then we can just like be like, oh, here's this new fun update that adds like a lot of fun, and people are like, oh my god, yeah, you're building on a great foundation. I know that was a bit rambly, but like,
yeah, I know,
like that's
good.
That's where you want to be as a developer. Like it'd be so great if it was just like the game itself was like as solid as it could be, and then we could just think about like adding better flavor to it.
For sure.
Just like, I don't know, that's the goal, and we're so close. This year has been nuts too, by the way. Like, we totally revamped our matchmaking to do like a game browser, server browser, which is no small feat. That was, oh my god, that was an undertaking. I'm so glad we finally got that one in. That took like half a year.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
Oh,
it's definitely a good one for doing all the playing and streaming and stuff too. Helps.
Yeah. Are people able to like see your stream and jump in?
I usually do stream groups kind of thing, Steam group joining. But when I first started it, I was actually just getting people to join in. I'm excited though for future expansions on it as well, because I think you've said it. I mean, you guys have said it's still a work in progress. The browser for sure.
What would you like to see? What would you like to see with it?
Personally, talking like from a streamer's perspective, I want to see being able to password games, so that way I can make sure like I can, you know, give a password and queue up people in chat to make sure I rotate players and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think personally, like in addition, I'd like to see for that being able to password games.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I don't know, like how it would affect other things, but yeah,
no, we've definitely talked about that. That was in our mind. That was always we tend to do things, and I probably should. Well, no, sorry, I was gonna say phases. It's versions is what we do internally. So like this was V1. Passwords was on our list for whenever we come back to the game browser to do a V2 feature ad of adding passwords into it. Yeah, I saw a comment on a Steam thread where someone was like, I jump in and I don't see any activity by default because, like, I think it doesn't show you open games until you click a map, which is really weird. And we were like, yeah, that wasn't always like that. That must have broke sometime recently.
Yeah, I was confused when I saw that. I was like, really? No one's playing? Then I click on the thing and it's like everyone's playing. But for a bit I was like, wow, I'm playing this a bunch. I know there's a lot of people in the game. Why is anyone like, is it all private?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to be fixing that in the patch sooner than later. That's not a V2 thing. I think we can get that in. There's an email thread internally going on about that right now. I am no one to just asked what happened to the 750 eye power drops, like the medallions on Demon's Lair and chests on Catacombs. Did we remove them? That wasn't an intentional change. That sounds like a bug. So if you're not seeing those 750 eye power drops, definitely go to that bug site and report it. Because that wasn't, from what I understand, that wasn't an intentional change. Now, to clarify, the 750 eye power dropping situation where we're not sure if that's going to be how it's going to be once we do the end game patch. We're not sure if like that kind of farming for the max eye power on specific maps is going to be our final plan or not. We're still figuring that out. But for right now, yeah, you should still be seeing those items. That's really weird.
Yeah, I've been playing the incursions since the patch, and I mean, I didn't notice that they weren't dropping because I always have really bad luck. I think it's a streamer's curse. But I don't know if the people I've been playing with have been getting them or not. But that's an interesting because it does match what I've been seeing too, I guess.
Definitely, definitely submit a bug report for that, and then our QA team will go in. What is the chance?
Yeah, the drop rate.
I think it's 25%. I think it's 25% for it to drop. I don't know what the chance is for it to drop up to 750 though, because it doesn't always drop 750, right? It can roll up to 750.
Yeah, I don't know the minimum. It's anything above 700, really, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the minimum is 700. So if I recall correctly, it's a 25% chance to see the 750 drop in the chest, and then you got to get lucky with that roll.
So like a 25% chance to get something above 700, and then
exactly.
Whatever it is, like a 1 in 50 chance after that for it to be 750.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like again, like we're not sure if like that's going to be the way it goes forward. Like it was just something we added in just so people can have something additional to farm while we work on endgame. Because I mean, you don't really need 750 eye power, but obviously when you design something and you put something into a game that's the maximum, like that's kind of going to be what people are going to strive for. So it makes sense to be a little bit frustrating, but yeah, if you play the Journey Begins update.
Oh, can you hear me? Looks like you cut out there when you play the Journey Begins update. What? That's awkward. Let's see. So I'm gonna keep pushing talk. Oh, there you go. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You said something about play this Journey Begins update, and then it cut out.
Oh yeah, in the Journey Begins update, we refactored how quickly you find upgrades, like eye power upgrades, and that feels really good and really, really strong. So that's something we're keeping in mind when we go through our Nightmare refactors, trying to make sure that finding upgrades feels good for as long as possible. What I was about to talk about was Silith just mentioned that his brothers weren't playing, and then they came back, and all of his characters were level 50. That's definitely a bug. That was a bug that happened with the Journey Begins update. It shouldn't happen again after that, but it was based on how we how do I describe it? We had an old quest system, and that we tore out and replaced with a new quest system that's based on beating the maps in the campaign and a new order. So whenever we did that, when we replaced the quest system, I'm pretty sure it affected the level of heroes that were currently in the game, and that if you weren't level 50 before, you're level 50 now. So definitely sorry that we boosted your heroes up. You know, obviously it's better than boosting them or lowering them down, but yeah, definitely not an intended design, but kind of a side effect of an early access game, of changing something. That was a pretty dramatic change. It doesn't sound like it. It's like, oh, you changed some quests around, but the way that system is written and works, it is kind of a hefty change.
It's funny how something so simple, or like changing quests around, can have such a snowball effect on the rest of the game. You know, like everything's related, right? And
yeah,
kind of connected there.
Yeah, for sure. It
was funny when it came out. I thought like, oh, is this something like, hey, they for the people who like finished campaign already, but in the old system, but weren't 50 yet? Is it like a little boost up to make up for it? I wasn't sure when it came out. Like I couldn't tell if it was a bug or not.
You know, from now on, I'll just claim that it was.
Yeah, it's a feature.
Oh yeah, feature change, guys. You're welcome. Yeah. Theodore asked if we have any intentions on making a trading system. Yes, we do. We don't know what the design would be. We don't know when we'll do it. We have talked about trading a lot internally. It is definitely something we want to do. But really, our focus right now, and it has been our focus, but especially right now with Phase 3, with our loot changes coming up, we really just want loot to be good by itself, by you playing the game, without needing the trade. A lot of other games kind of use trading as a crutch. It's like, oh yeah, well, RNG and the way loot feels kind of sucks, but hey, at least I can go to wherever and find the items that I can't seem to find. It's like, we really personally like the idea of loot being really strong and enjoyable by itself, and then trading is like a fun thing you do with friends or fun thing socially. It's kind of like our current idea for it. But yeah, I mean, trading is probably not going to come in before we release. It'll probably be a post-release system. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's something we want to do. Just it'll be a while.
That sounds good. So, are you worried about, like, you said you want to be a fun thing between friends, but then I guess I don't know how much you guys have talked about it, but you're worried about, like, in the game, like, boosting people up with loot and stuff. Do you have any idea on how you plan to deal with problems that can arise in some kind of thing like that? Like,
I mean, that's kind of why we keep pushing it back, because that keeps coming up internally. We're like, you know, obviously, like a game, let's take Diablo 3 for example, because I think we're all thinking it. You know, Diablo 3 had some pretty big issues when it came to auction house and trading and things like that, where they designed the system to be pretty restrictive based on what you individually found, and they kind of encouraged you to go and do the auction house thing to really find like your special item that you're looking for. We're definitely concerned about those things, and it's why we aren't just putting something together and putting it into the game. Like we don't have any specific ideas on how we would avoid that right now. I don't think we have any plans on doing like an auction house system. So it would be, we're thinking more local than global trading, but of course that could all change once we figure out the design for it. But yeah, I mean, specific plans, no, we don't have anything specifically planned for how we're going to avoid those things, but that always comes up whenever we talk about trading. So it's kind of one of those, like, we need some time to think about it. We might not get it right the first time either, so you know, we might need to do some extensive like public test realm testing for it or something, just so we get a lot of like player data as well, and maybe iterate on it before we go live. That could be cool.
For sure. I could mind if I just throw out a small idea. I don't know how like local or global you wanted to make it. What if you don't want to be like breaking the game's economy or ruining the experience for anyone? What do you ever think about just like restricting trades to be like same eye power ranges? So it's kind of people who get this gun kind of thing, like, but someone else has one with the passes they want, and that other person has the passes that you have. So maybe you could trade those things with that kind of the same level.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that could be really cool. I think that, and I'm just going to talk personally right now, and
Sure.
not on behalf of Trendy, but I kind of do like the way Diablo does it. Like someone mentioned in the chat, it's like, only people in your party, and I think there's like a time limit for it as well. Because I think what's really powerful about trading, or at least for me, it's kind of the social element of it, and not necessarily the power gain element. So I like being able to, while I'm playing, I find something that I think my friend wants.
Hello? It looks like it cut out. If you guys are wondering why this keeps happening, he did say he was having some connection issues today, and that's actually one of the reasons why we're doing the Friday Fun stream here. Doesn't have to worry about hosting and stuff too. So until we can get him back, I'll keep push to talk down and see if he can hear me. I don't know. Isom, if you can hear me too and you're just in the channel, sometimes Discord likes to secretly bump you out. So I think you gotta like disconnect and reconnect if that happens.
To do something global.
Oh. You cut out there again. Like a minute ago.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
What'd you last hear?
Okay. It was like a minute ago, something about like, I mean, you were talking about like trading with your friends and being fun, like things being fun like that.
Yeah, and that was kind of like the end of that thought. And I was talking about another idea which could probably be stupid, so I haven't really shared it with Trendy, but I'll talk about it here publicly. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I think it'd be kind of fun if trading was an event. So like maybe something that was like global trading, I should say, not the personal trading, but it'd be fun if global trading was like a weekly or a monthly event. And I was saying, like, have you ever heard of a farmer's market?
Yeah.
So it'd be like farmer's market, for those who don't know, it's like a local event that happens in a town where like all the different farmers get together and they set up shop in like the middle of a town, and everyone goes and like buys their vegetables and trade. And it's this really interesting modern day bizarre situation that I really enjoy. And I thought it would be fun if there was a global trading option. It'd be fun if it was something that could only happen like every week or like maybe once a month, to where it's not something that players can rely upon to continually grow in power, but it's something that it's like you farm up, you save up all your best loot for like that week, and then you go and you like show your wares, and everyone's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to SidewalkHero's booth. He always has the best booth on Saturdays, and you go and check out your stuff, and it's like, I don't know, it's fun when it's an event, but it's not fun when it's something where it's like, okay, every day I'm gonna go and I'm going to get the best loot from the auction house. I think that if you were to do it, it would be fun to do it as an event globally.
Yeah, I like that idea. That definitely sounds like it could be fun. So yeah, you're saying it's not like a thing you're really looking to farm in and rely on it. It's just a fun little event for both buyers and sellers, really. Like,
yeah,
in both ways. I can see that being quite an interesting idea. Someone. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. I think you're about to.
Oh, I was just gonna say one of the questions I saw in chat. It was just about adding in more servers in other locations like Brazil was the example they gave.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like the servers that are available now are based on the players that are playing. So like, if we get more players playing in different areas and we continue to grow the number of people playing our game, then opening servers in other areas is going to be feasible. Like as a small team, we've got to make certain decisions on which servers we can keep open. So obviously we'd love to have a server up everywhere, but if the game continues to grow like we're seeing with this update, and we're hoping we'll continue with phase 3, then opening servers in other areas is definitely a strong possibility. We would probably look at where players are connecting from. So like if there were, and I say this not to be mean, but if there were 10 players in Brazil who were playing, we probably wouldn't open a server in Brazil. But if there were like thousands of people playing in Brazil or in that area, then it would make more sense. Because the goal of opening a server is to try to get as many players as possible. So what we do is we look at where the big pockets of players are. We've got America, we've got Europe, and we've got East Asia, Australia. So that's kind of where our servers are right now. Obviously, we've got South American players. When we'd love to open up a South American server. But, you know, we're going to keep looking at the data, and we're also, you know, the more the game grows, the more servers we can open. So hopefully that answers it. I wish it was yeah, let's do it. But
servers everywhere, but
everyone gets a server.
You get a server. Everyone, yeah. It's just not unrealistic, really, to do it, especially as a small company.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, you do what you can, and hey, hopefully more people join, and it makes it so you can do that. You know,
yeah.
It kind of works both ways, right?
Yeah.
Get your friends to get it. Yeah. If you want more servers in your area, just get like 2,000 people in your area to start playing, and I can probably bet they'll add a server in there.
That's a cool idea.
I don't know how. I don't know what your lower mark is.
I don't know if that would particularly
let's
work.
Let's not actually say that's how it works. I was just kidding.
but you should tell 2,000 people to come play our
That's
game.
true.
That definitely should happen.
So what Trendy is asking all of you to do today is to go door to door and get people to get the game. It is free to play. They have no reason not to.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Trendy? Oh God.
Let's at least put down some flyers or something. We don't need to be intrusive about it.
Just drop them from a plane over Brazil.
Just bring it down.
Someone has a good question. Someone is asking about our weekend event. So we did change it, and we talked about this on our forums and on our previous streams. The triple daily medal weekends were something that we were doing for our hardcore players from that was June until I believe like 2 weeks ago. We were doing that. It's just kind of as a special thank you for sticking around. Those medal weekends are not going to be something that is a continual, consistent thing. They're meant to be special that makes you want to log in and play more. Right now, we're kind of looking at the medal economy. The triple medal weekends have actually kind of twisted the medal economy just a little bit, particularly because there were certain maps that were giving a lot of medals compared to some other maps. Looking at you, Demon's Lair.
What, wait, are you saying I can't farm that on triple medal weekends anymore to just really speed it up?
It's not supposed to give, like, was it like, I don't know, 75 medals every 3 minutes?
Yeah, that's basically. You can do that map really fast.
Yeah, it's you know, it's we're moving over to it's Mission Madness double dailies is what we're calling it now. You get an additional daily mission during the weekends. We're gonna look at the medal economy and see how that's going. Hopefully that starts to kind of like even out just a little bit. The goal for a strong medal economy is that hardcore players should have more than casual players, because obviously you're logging in and you're playing more, but the discrepancy shouldn't be as high as it is right now. So we're going to be doing that for a little bit, and then, you know, obviously we'll be changing up the missions in the future. We'll probably be doing some other things besides medal weekends in the future. You know, we've talked about it, and we've talked about it in previous streams, you know, looking into things like a Diablo-esque Paragon system or some kind of like beyond level 50 system, which is certainly something that we'd like to do sooner rather than later. So you can imagine if we did something like that, we could probably do like a double XP weekend. And, you know, if other things that we want to do are good, we could maybe do events for those things as well. Question mark?
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Yeah, mixing it up for sure.
Someone had an interesting idea, rather seeing maybe like double medal payouts or at least high medal payouts and daily quests over the weekend rather than double, because you can still end up with some low rolling quests. That's an interesting idea for sure. I hadn't really thought about that until you said that. That's a good point.
Well, there we go.
I'll write that down.
Glad I could help. Look at that. Look at that chat. I did something. You're welcome.
Should we start giving out some codes?
I think that'd be a good idea for sure. So we should
roll it.
Do you have a preference on how you do it? Do you want to just do like everyone enters once and we do 5 and go, or do you want to like restart it? I don't know how you usually do it over at your things.
Let's give out 2 codes now and then give out 3 codes at the top of the hour.
For sure. All right, let's open that up then. Just give me a sec. So I'm going to open it up now. People can start entering. It's !raffle in chat. And we will be drawing 2 names. Yeah. It's a fun boss fight. I like it feels tough. Like I feel like I can't do it solo too. You really want to do like at least 2 people, someone to keep its aggro and then someone to be DPSing it at a minimum. Which is really nice compared to like the other bosses where you're feeling like, you can do them solo. They don't feel as hard, but then you got this guy here and it's like, if I'm a gun witch and I don't have any HP, he's gonna 1 or 2 shot me. And in that second phase, there's really like, if you're dodging him, then you're not damaging him.
That's good.
So it feels really rewarding to get done and to work together to complete it. I think,
how do you feel about the Soul of Night system?
How do I feel about the currency? It's all right. I like it mixed with the loot kind of thing. On its own, the currency is okay, but like I kind of like how the weapons are done in general with the currency. So, you got these cool event guns and weapons and all that, and there's a reliable way to get them, kind of thing, rather than the loot farm of 750. So I like the system as a whole. And sometimes it feels slow doing it, but I mean that's just because it's all out here, and I would just want to do everything. But in general, I think it's an interesting idea.
Is there anything that you would do to improve it?
So right now, there is, and people have seen me do it on stream. It's when you're actually trying to buy a weapon and you're looking for those exact passives you want, and you're really trying to make the most of your spending, because it does take a while, like 10 maps to get it, right? It takes a little bit to get your stuff, so right now the only thing we can do is exit Tavern and re-enter to reroll the passives to try to find the combo we're looking for. And for some people it doesn't matter, but then there's people like me who want to try to get like the exact gun witch build with the perfect passives on the gun, and I've got to leave and come in to get the rolls I want. So like if there was just a faster way of doing that process. And I mean, it was mentioned it was intended, and I think the devlog said, rejoin the server and it'll reroll the passes for you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say more. All I can say is that passive change is coming. That should make that system and a lot of other systems feel better. I will be able to say more in a few weeks, but I definitely understand that frustration. At the very least, at least you can re-roll it. At least it doesn't work like the way other vendors do, where it's like on a timer. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that there's a temporary workaround for it, but yeah, in general, passives are going to get a revamp.
Yeah, I got
be awesome.
I got another question then, and you don't have to answer it if you can't answer it, right? But
I refuse to answer it.
In general, okay. So I just want to ask the question anymore.
No, I'm kidding.
You guys, we've seen on the like dev post recently saying like, yeah, with phase 3 or like you're not gonna have to worry about it, and you just said it now. What I'm wondering is, people are saying like, oh, so maybe I'll just wait for that to come out and save my souls. Is that the case, or will this change that's coming work with stuff we buy now? Can you answer that? Like, do we have to worry about saving it up to really get the most out of this?
Well, first of all, I think there's a time question, right? Should we wait? Well, you're gonna be waiting a little while. Like, you should be answering that question like, do I want to wait for a long time just to whatever for that system change to happen? I think that's a personal call that you have to make. I personally think that you should probably go ahead and Ooh, I don't like speaking like that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna get mad. I think that there are changes coming to the system, and that I think that overall the system changes are good. Whether you should continue, I think you should continue playing. We'll be discussing internally what we can do whenever the system changes to kind of help people. But I mean, I think something that is more important to understand here is that it's an early access game, and while people hate me saying that because people think it's an excuse, it's not, because we're making big changes to the game, and these changes should be better for the game overall. And obviously you're playing a game that is in development, so you kind of have to ask yourself that question, like, am I enjoying my time right now by doing this? And if so, then yeah, please, you keep doing that. I really can't answer that question just yet, because there are things that we haven't quite figured out about the system that would answer that. I just know that we do try, even though it is an early access game that's changing, we do try as hard as we possibly can to ensure that the time investment that you've made into the game is validated. But yeah, I wish I could answer that more. Just if you like playing the game and having fun in the moment, then keep doing it.
I guess it was more about, like, if people buy things now before the loot changes, like, are they really losing out? And it seems like your answer is no, right? Like, it's fun now to do, kind of thing. You might as well go with it. You don't actually have to answer that question. I'm going to answer my opinion on it if it's not something you can say. And I'm thinking, like, people, play the game, have fun, get the loot. I think holding off and saving your gems, or, not playing kind of thing until stuff changes is probably not the best way to approach this patch.
Yeah, that would be my answer, just because it's just like, I mean, you're getting guaranteed loot right now, right? You're getting the 750. You've got to re-roll to get the passage you want, but that's just a matter of entering and exiting the tavern, the Heroes Marketplace, which is obnoxious, but at least you're able to keep doing that until you get the right thing. Yeah, I mean, I will be able to answer that question fully probably 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, whenever we hopefully share those details before the end of the year. Yeah, I wish I could answer that fully. I'm worried that whatever I say now would be held against me.
Oh, for sure, that's fine.
A pretty big fear, especially since I don't know 100% the final details of the system. So just ask me that question a little bit later. I do think that you should be fine just having fun now. I think that's the point of a video game, is to have fun.
Absolutely, and I think it's not even really this is just a question because, like, I encountered it and a buddy of mine did as well, and we were talking about, like, re-rolling, trying to, like, really min-max, but for most people, like, that's not such a big issue, because the big draw of the weapons isn't, like, getting that perfect crit 5. It's got this really cool effect on it, like this celebration gun people are seeing on stream, Like, just getting something that's semi-decent, rolling it to, like, whatever stat you want, and then playing with it, like, that's just really rewarding in its own, because all these weapons, they're so fun to use. Like, people don't play EV2 for the primary fire, but this celebration gun, this is making me want to mouse one all the time, even if it is hurting maybe my damage. I think trying to get the perfect rolls out of it is probably not the best focus, unless you're a bit of a masochist like me and you want to roll for hours on end.
I think that that's one of the big focuses for some of these changes, is just like focusing more on what's fun about loot, and just really trying to improve the fun of loot. Like, because right now there are things that loot does, obviously, I think we all know, that is not quite as fun, or at least is more frustrating. So yeah, obviously, like with the Terraria weapons, really focusing on these really fun effects that were obviously, like, inspired or taken by a really cool game. Kind of has gotten our creative juices flowing again about what other cool shit that we can add to the game ourselves. So, man, I just feel bad. I wish I could give concrete answers.
No, it's
can't give
fine.
a concrete answer. It sucks. which sucks because I know how frustrating it can be to get a vague answer. But yeah, dude, I think that the Terraria weapons are definitely a taste of what's to come. We definitely want to add more fun, silly things like that.
Yeah, like I really liked it when you started putting out like gameplay, like DPS changed weapons with some of the earlier stuff with, like the, well, I guess Glaive of the Storm probably isn't that early, but you know what I mean, and going on that train, because just mess one with the monk weapon is one thing, but flying on a cloud is just like a whole new ball game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. So do you guys have any other questions for me that hopefully I can answer in more detail?
I'm trying to half pay attention to chat, and I'm really bad at it, so I'm trying to keep track of questions to ask, like when we answer, like when you answer one, go to the next. But if anyone has questions, yeah, make sure you're posting it in chat there. Until then, I'll just ask a fun little question for you then, on your thoughts on this patch, and like what maybe is your favorite part of the patch that came out in terms of like, maybe as a player instead of being part of Trendy, like just as a player in general. What do you enjoy the most about it this patch?
I'll actually answer that from both perspectives, as a person from Trendy and then as a player. As a person from Trendy, my favorite part about this update is just like how much our team came together to kick ass. Like seriously, there was a lot of like extra time, extra TLC put into this update because we wanted to make sure that we did not only justice to our game, but we got to make sure that we're doing justice to a game that we all love internally. So there was a lot of extra attention paid to certain details, making sure that not only our players, but players who Terraria players who might not have ever played our game before come in and see a universe that they love done respectfully. I think that was really kick-ass, and I'm really proud of our team for doing that.
Yeah, Sorry, I just want to add that, like, I've had people from Terraria jump to the stream and they're seeing, the Meowmere going, like, hey, that's the Meowmere, that's Celebration, and oh wow, it's working exactly like Terraria. That's awesome, and it's really cool to see like the Terraria crowd come in. And I'm a bit of a Terraria player too, and seeing these weapons brought to life in 3D, right? Not brought to life, but brought to 3D and stuff, and seeing them kick ass like they do. Pardon my French there.
No, sorry if I'm cursing on your stream too.
Oh, I curse all the time on the stream. That's not, that's not an issue.
I tend to do that on the TrendyEnt's stream. I should probably cut back a little bit. But no, I mean that was a big goal for this update as developers. Like our big goal, phase 2, as we've talked about the Terraria update, is to get a lot of new players in to help us test phase 1, which was a lot of early game changes, and also just to get a lot of new players in and to be like a really big kind of like marketing push for our game, which as I said at the beginning of the chat or at the stream, like has been really successful for us. It's been awesome to see. As a player, my favorite thing about this update, the Dryad is one kick-ass hero.
She's pretty fun.
Yeah, I really like her. I like the fact that she has 2 forms that affect all of her stuff. I mean that was pretty complex, pretty complicated to do. I don't know. I like that. I like that a lot. Also, her weapons are just hilarious, or all the weapons are just hilarious.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know. Okay. I will give you a very clear answer. My favorite thing about this update is that it feels like we're finally adding in more of the silliness and the charm and the fun from DD1. Because I do think that DD2 has a tendency to be kind of like super serious Saturday morning, like action cartoon thing. Whereas DD1 and Terraria, and this is why I really like both our series and Terraria, they feel like games that, like, if you were to ask an 8-year-old, like, hey, man, like, what video game would you make? And they would be like, oh, I want, like, dragons and lightsabers and, like, giant pirate ships, and I want to shoot laser beams and shoot exploding cats. Like, I don't know. That makes me so happy. Like, that's the kind of game that when you're a kid and you close your eyes and you, like, imagine doing, like, a video game. Like, that's what gets me pumped. Like, that's why I wanted to be in video games in the first place. Is like, I like games that don't take themselves too seriously, and I was glad that we were able to add in more of that and see that in DD2.
what I really like about the comment you just made, saying like all the things a kid wants in a game, is that actually all those things are in this game.
Yeah.
Dragons, giant like pirate ships, I guess like Harvey stuff, and the pirate ship in the tavern, and you've got like laser beams, lightsabers. I guess like the the what are the awakening laser swords? Sorry. Yes, exactly, laser swords. My bad. And blasters, bow blasters, and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like you're actually making your. It almost sounds like you're describing your childhood game here. It is actually like something you're working on.
Yeah, it's just really cool.
Which is it's funny. Like when people tell me like, or when I talk to people about the game and like why I enjoy it so much and why I keep coming to play it and whatnot, is actually because I say, it seems like the devs really like are just excited about everything they do in the game, and here it is you talking about all these things that excite you in the game that you're getting to put in. This is exactly, why I'm so confident in keeping up with this game and whatnot, is because it's just something like everything you're doing for the game is like something you all want to see and love to do.
And I think that something else that, and I wish that I could say things about Trendy without it being obviously biased, but I do like the fact that we listen to the community a lot. And I think this next update, or I shouldn't say next update, it might be Phase 3 might not be the next update we put out, but it's this next big milestone we're working on. I think it's going to show a lot of people that we have been listening, and that there are a lot of good changes that people have been asking for. That gets me so excited. Like, I like being able to work somewhere where we were like, hey, the community doesn't really like this and we should change it. And then we're like, okay, let's make the game better for people. Like, I like that a lot. Obviously, we don't always do that because sometimes there are things that we might disagree with the community on. But I like, for the most part, being able to do that. It's a lot of, I got into video games because I like silly shit and I like people having fun and I like to be able to provide people with fun. But I got into community management because I like the idea of a community coming together and being able to make a game better. I think there may be some expectations I didn't properly set as a community manager of like, we're going to do everything that you want. Maybe I went too far in that direction, but I think for the most part, we've done a pretty good job. And I really like that.
Well, you can't please everybody, but you can sure as hell try.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think that's something else that I've had to learn in this job too, is that I tend to be a people pleaser, and I tend to want to make everyone happy, and then I get pretty upset when there are people who are unhappy. But then I take a step back and I'm like, oh, there's no way we would have been able to make you happy. So I shouldn't concern myself with trying to make you personally happy. You, one individual person who wants the game to be exactly what you want it to be. Yeah, that's definitely been a learning lesson for me as a community manager. It's like trying to do what's best for the most amount of people and not worrying about making everyone happy. For
sure. So I just realized that we opened this raffle and I haven't actually given away anything with it yet. I cut it. Okay, yeah. So we did the raffle, but it's already getting close to the end of the hour. We have to do a second one after that as well. I haven't pulled any names yet. So let me do that real quick here, and because you got to end at the end of the hour or something, or how does that work? So I guess we don't have much time. So let's do that one, then do another draw, or do you want to maybe just put it all together since we kind of went long with the conversations here?
Hey, let's do it all together, and we can even do 6 since we didn't draw them earlier. So
there you go. Instead of 5, we're doing 6. Wow, what a nice guy. Look at this. Iamisom here.
So my boss.
Giving out. So I'll pull some names, and then, I don't know, how do you want to send the codes to them? Are you going to, I guess, message them on Twitch, or?
Yeah, I'll send them to you on Twitch.
Okay, so you're gonna be sending them directly to them instead of me?
Yeah, if you give me the names, I'll send them.
Absolutely. So let's pull the first name here while the wave's still going on. Actually, I'm gonna give people like another minute to put it in because now we're talking about ending it. So at the end of this fight phase here, that's 7 on stream. I forgot to ask you actually if you wanted to like be in the game too for it, but
I saw that you had 4 people, so I was just gonna
Oh, I was gonna boot someone because someone just joined from the stream group for me forgetting to leave. We have a bit of a moocher in here, but you're really into the thing, and I didn't want to stop you. Just like, hey, you're answering this question that everyone wants to hear, but you want to join the game or not? It's ruin the flow.
That's cool, man. Yeah, we should definitely play together soon, though.
Absolutely.
I still gotta level up my Dryad. I haven't.
Do you?
Yeah. She's weak as shit. Weak AF.
All right, so let's draw. I'm gonna maybe do a pair of names here in one go. So we'll do the first two, and maybe do them like first two here, next two at the start of the 5th phase, and then at the end. Actually, it's probably a good way to do it.
All right.
So I'm stopping entries, and our first winner, Damon's Doid. So congratulations. I maybe just keep an eye on chat, and if you can't get it, then I can probably give you the name after. There you go, and then let's pull the second one as well. And then I am Noon as well. Congratulations. So yeah, speak up in chat there. I'm actually gonna have trouble keeping track of everyone if I don't do this like short step by step. Yo, still here? Okay. There's the reply.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure I got the names. Yeah, I'm pretty new to using this current giveaway system, so I want to make sure like I'm not messing it up, which I'm probably still going to at some point.
I see him in the chat though, so
okay, that's good.
Pick them out of the chat and send them codes. I did send Damon's Doid and I am no one to both their Dryad codes already.
That's awesome. All right, so in all of 10 enemies, we're gonna draw 2 more winners.
That's pretty sweet.
It takes like a whole way for me to just do the giveaway. It's okay. This is practice. I'll only get better. So hopefully there'll be more in the future.
Oh yeah.
And by future, I mean maybe tomorrow. I might be doing another giveaway in chat stream. Nothing. Yeah.
Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Maybe drop in around noon Eastern. I don't know. Anyways, speaking about giveaways, let's pick 2 more winners.
Sounds good.
There we go. 3rd winner is DabDab79. I am Nuna saying that he can't see it. Did you Steam message or whisper it or what? And we'll go for the 2nd winner here, so, or the 4th one, I guess. Cutum, congratulations! So there we go. That's 2 more. Let me actually help the team here in the fight while Iamisam's doing his thing.
Failing him.
Did you see what I am doing said about not seeing his?
Yeah, if he checks his other box, it should be there.
Okay, perfect. And I'm going to allow entries for the last one again, if people are just joining now. So you can keep entering, if you haven't already, for the 2 more codes that are going to be given away at the end here. If you don't know if you're in, just type in !raffle again. It can't hurt. Only 1 entry is necessary, but hey, better safe than sorry.
You guys should be making sure that you're following SidewalkHero in order to win.
Absolutely. And it's gonna seem like it's kind of like, oh yeah, I want follows, but actually, with the new bot I'm using for the giveaways, it says that you have to be following, and I don't know how to undo that. So
I mean, TrendyEnt's is telling your asses to follow. So
there you go.
Sidewalk isn't telling you anything. I'm telling you, you gotta follow. You gotta follow the man.
You gotta listen to Boss Trendy here, and just I guess you gotta follow, guys. Alright, so is there anything you wanted to, you gotta leave here. I mean, it's already past the hour, I guess. But is there anything you wanted to say on your way out, too, before we maybe go all quiet for finding the names of the giveaway and all that? Any closing remarks?
Yeah, a few things. We're not gonna have a dev stream next week because it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving if I don't get to talk to you guys again until then. The next dev stream is gonna be actually 3 weeks from now, December 9th. And by then we should be able to show you guys some really cool things and talk about some really cool things. Yeah, pretty excited for Phase 3. I'm glad everyone's enjoying the Terraria update. We've got the double dailies weekend going on right now. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, you get 2 dailies instead of 1 daily. And that should help you get some extra medals for unlocking the Dryad if you haven't already. And yeah, just want to say special thanks to SidewalkHero for hosting the stream and for being amazing at streaming and just showing off our game. Really appreciate your dedication and just, I don't know, just how enthusiastic and excited you are about the game. A lot of us watch your stream internally, and you know, we can tend to focus on the negatives when you work on a game. So it's really nice to hear enthusiasm, because I mean, this is kind of, the video games are an enthusiast hobby, like, and it's, I don't know, it's good to hear that. You know, you can get so lost in the negatives and so lost in the frustration sometimes that it's just refreshing, is what I'll say. It's refreshing to hear.
Yeah, for sure. That's the general attitude I like to keep for this stream and stuff too, is, you know, a positive one with constructive conversations about the game too. I see, you know, sometimes you see some negative comments that I don't feel like it's the best way to approach it, like it's not helpful. So here we're not like, I'm not trying to like blanket, you know, praise Trendy or whatever, but if there's problems, you know, we talk about it. If there's bugs, you know, we encourage posting them and stuff. And
that's very important. Constructive criticism is what I like to hear, not just, oh my god, Trendy, thank you. You know, like, it's fine. We obviously want to hear that, but I mean, like,
yeah, well, who doesn't like hearing it? But
constructive criticism is so much more refreshing to hear than just like blanket hate, which is how a lot of people can tend to say those things. So definitely appreciate that. You know, I like your honesty. Definitely appreciate it. Even during this stream, you're honest about a number of things, and I appreciate that.
I was a little worried about asking questions like, oh yeah, you know, this part of the reel I don't like, but you know,
it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, we even in our chat on the Trendy Friday Fun, like we say things that we don't like the game all the time. Like, it's a game. You know, there are going to be things you don't like about a game. It's kind of life. So.
All right, but do you know what things we do like about the game? Is that there's these 2 more giveaways that we're gonna draw right now for. So let's do that real quick. Gonna pick 2 more winners. Gonna stop the entries here. So here's the, I guess, first or the 5th one. And it is Zarthalos. Congratulations. let's see you speak up in chat. Make it easy on Isom here. On Josh. I'm so used to like just calling you Iamisom and Isom. Can I call you Josh? I'm gonna assume that's a yes. And I'll be picking the last winner here for the day. Here we go. It is Eldalis. Yo, congratulations as well. There you go. 6 winners, 6 dryads there. So congratulations to all the winners there. Enjoy your dryads. I forgot about the giveaway. I failed you. I didn't even tell you those are the giveaways. We got extra ones going. Okay, cool. So you saw the question about using the key if you already had the dryad?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it'll just use it. If not, it might tell you that you've already redeemed that offer. I don't know. That's
not sure.
I haven't tried it myself.
Better safe than sorry, really.
Yeah,
you know,
try it.
give it to a friend.
Sell it or give it to a friend. Dude, that's your code. We're not going to tell you what to do.
Exactly. It's up to you. But if I could make a recommendation, you know that one friend who's kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to play it. This is a good way to get them in and say like, hey, I've got this hero for you if you join the game. Maybe do that. Pull some other players in. People you want to be playing with. I'm just saying, yeah, Ducky. We had a winner on a giveaway earlier, Ducky, and he's doing the same thing with his code that he got. He bought the Dryad, but yeah, he's doing the exact same thing. So we're getting more people in the game. So yeah,
Ducky,
congratulations.
You are my hero. I love you, Ducky.
Wow.
Meet me after the stream.
What a lucky duck. So yeah, I guess that's probably it for you, is it? Or I mean, I don't want to kick you out, but I also don't want you to feel like you have to say if you got stuff to do as well.
Bye, Felicia. Yeah, I should probably head out. Definitely thank you for hosting the stream, Side.
Oh, you say that like it's not, beneficial for me either.
I didn't hold a gun to your head. I held a gun to this man's head and was like, "We're hosting the stream."
No, Trendy, no.
Okay.
Anything but that. Not like this.
So yeah, I might be streaming sometime between now and Thanksgiving. I might be throwing up a stream of my own, but definitely stick around and keep watching Sidewalk. Are you gonna keep streaming?
I might go for a little bit. We started another map, so maybe I'll finish it off here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll do a little bit more.
But yeah, definitely if you're here for the Trendy Friday Fun and not, definitely follow him. He's got a really great stream going on, and he always likes bringing in people and helping people out. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, no, it was great. Let's do it again sometime.
For sure, dude.
Maybe get you in a game, get in a game together too, so we can.
Yeah.
Instead of just having you kind
good next time.
of commenting and talking.
I'll build up my dryad, so the next time I'm around, I might not just be a leecher.
There you go. Well, don't worry. I like being the leecher, so I look forward to it.
I'll see you guys later.
Later.